everybody. This is Pastor David. I am glad to visit with you today. I hope you're having a good Wednesday. We are already off to a great week. We had a great day in church on Sunday. Another amazing crowd attendance at over 900. And boy, it's just been a great month. Already a good fall. We were just talking about what great weather this is. It's cool in the mornings, warms up in the daytime, and football is here, and just a perfect time of year. We're just having a really good time at church, and I know today, great time with the classics at breakfast, and big weekend for us this weekend. Friday, we will be feeding the band. It is homecoming at Mount Pleasant High School, and so we'll be there about 4 o'clock and prepare the meal, and we'll be feeding all the band and getting them ready for the game and homecoming. And Saturday morning is our men's breakfast. Maybe you were unaware of that, or you've never been, and I really want to invite you to come to if you're a man, come to our men's breakfast this Saturday, 9 o'clock. We will have lots of bacon and a great time together. And then Saturday night is Joy Prom. I'm so excited about Joy Prom. Been looking forward to being able to host this for a long time. This is a prom for special needs people, adults, really all ages, but mainly adults of all ages, and we're going to put on a really show for them here on our campus and spoil them, and I hope you can come. I hope you can come and just watch and maybe help out a little bit, but it's going to be a real exciting time. And then Sunday, we're going to have a new series that we're starting, and then this past Sunday we had communion together, so just a lot of neat things. Next week we'll be going on our men's retreat. This is our beach trip. We'll be going Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, come back Saturday, and we have over 40 men signed up to go. It's going to be a really neat little getaway. We'll have lots of food and tons of fun, go out on the boats and just have a good time together. Can't wait for that. But anyway, it's fall. Our fall festival is coming up, our fish fry. Monday night was Ignite. We had a great crowd of people here at the cafe, had supper, and had some time of strategic planning with our leaders in our church, and just all kind of things going on. And I hope you'll come see us sometime. And if you can't come, I want you to watch us online. Our online church is large, it's growing, and that's a good way that you can be a part of us without being here physically. But today, I want to talk to you today a passage from the book of James. This is a great passage. James is one of my favorite books, and James chapter 3 is an interesting chapter, and it talks about the tongue, among other things. It talks about the dangers of the tongue, and how that can be a real challenge for us to. Do you ever have control? You ever have trouble controlling your tongue? Your tongue can get you in trouble. It's very small. It's a small member, but it can get us in big trouble, or be a great tool to use. But today, my devotional is called "You Can't Have It Both Ways." Sometimes we think we can, and we try to, and we have our cake and eat it too. But this passage talks about our faith. It talks about our actions, our lifestyle, the way we live. But let's read in chapter 3. Let's start with verse 8. The tongue can no man tame. And I think that's very interesting. Sometimes you just can't help it, and you say something, and you say it, and you're like, oh no, did I really say that out loud? Oh, I wish I had not, but you can't go back and stop it and put the words back in your mouth. The tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil. It's unruly. It's hard to manage. Full of deadly poison. Wow. The tongue, the words we say, deadly poison. And this chapter up to this point is talking about the tongue. Well, look at verse 9. Therewith bless we God. Now, if you use your tongue to bless the Lord and be a blessing, it can be a wonderful thing. But even the Father, and therewith curse we men, which are made after the similitude of God. Now, look at verse 10. Out of the same mouth proceeds blessing and cursing. This is what I'm saying. You can't have it both ways. it's hypocrisy. It's you say one thing around some people and another thing around others. You can't have it both ways. So he says, out of the same mouth proceeds blessing and cursing. Brothers, these things ought not, it shouldn't be this way. You should be a Christian or not. You can't have it both ways. And I know sometimes we want to, we try to, we go back and forth. The Bible says a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. And that's, we have blessing and cursing at the same time. Verse 11, does a fountain send forth at the same place sweet water and then bitter? No, you can't have it both ways. Verse 12, can a fig tree, my brothers, bear olive berries? No, a fig tree is going to bear figs. So you can't say one thing 1 minute and change it and be something different. You are one or the other. Can a vine produce figs? So can no fountain both yield salt water and fresh. It's one or the other. It's one or the other. Now look at verse 13. This is the verse. And really this is the secret to a successful life, a successful walk with Christ, a social life that is healthy. Verse 13, who is a wise man and endued with knowledge among you? Let him show out of a good conversation. That means, this is interesting. It means the way you live shows what's inside of you. If you have Jesus inside, then that's what will come out. He says, who is a wise man and endued with knowledge among you? Let him show out of a good lifestyle, a good habits, good living, his works with meekness and wisdom. I want to give you the key to the successful life and a good walk with Christ. Here it is in this verse. Two things. Wisdom and humility. Two really important words in verse 13. Who is a wise man endowed with knowledge? His works with meekness and wisdom. So two things I want you to take away. Number one, your tongue is hard to control. Sometimes we mean to, we want to, but things come out that we don't want to come out. Number two, here's the two things about verse 13. Wisdom and humility. That's a hard combination. A person who is wise, a lot of times when we're wise, we get kind of proud of that. We have smart and knowledge and wisdom, but he said the key is wisdom, combine that with humility. What a great formula for success. Let's work on the tongue. Let's work on our tongue. Let's be careful to not say things we don't really mean. Let's think through things before it comes out our mouth. And then let's think about wisdom and humility. A great combination from James, a lot of wisdom and a lot of humility. And let's think about those things. I'm excited that we got to visit with you today. Thank you for joining. We love you, and I hope to see you real soon.